Good evening. Welcome to the Louis Centeno Show. Welcome to Countdown to Justice. My name is Louis. It is Thursday, February 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live from Tampa, Florida. Today's going to be a unique show. I declare this week it's going to be for the ladies. We're going to have late. Today's going to be ladies, and then Saturday's going to be all ladies. And the reason why I'm doing this is because as we know, the Zack Snyder Justice League is going to be coming out in 21 days. 21 days after 3.5 long years fighting for the Snyder Cut. 21 días, vamos a ver la película released Zack Snyder's Justice League. And the reason I decided to do a stream with all ladies is because the ladies were also instrumental getting the cut release. It wasn't the guys; it was everyone, including the ladies. And I think sometimes the ladies get overlooked, and I don't want them to feel that they're being overlooked. So now, all my guests speak Spanish, every single one of them. I understand Spanish. Soy boricua, puertorriqueño. The hard part is speaking Spanish. Now, I could hold a conversation, but if these ladies go off and like talk in Spanish, I understand. I won't be able to keep up with them, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna translate for me. So I understand we got gente de Argentina, Ecuador, mi esposa ecuatoriana, ella es de Malta, so yo creo que ella es ecuatoriana, la otra es de Argentina, yo creo, Argentina, y ya, yo creo de Wayne, ella de Panamá. Lo único que yo no sé, la otra, I don't know where she's from, pero I'm going to bring the mom one by one, and they're going to, stay where they're from and so forth. So today's is going to be a bilingual. I'm going to attempt to be bilingual. And if I'm just warning you guys, mi español chapeado. It's, but 21 days, 21 días, vamos a ver la película que todo el mundo de nosotros peleamos. We spent 3.5 years fighting for this cut. And I'm so happy that we're going to see this cut. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. So before I bring in my guests, I want to remind you guys that obviously the main cause is we're celebrating Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're doing a countdown, but I want to emphasize also that the reason I also decided to do this is to raise awareness for juvenile diabetes type 1. I encourage each and every single one of you guys to go to my first stream, which was on the 20th. I had some important people who were educating us on type 1. There was a lot of stuff that I learned. Tuve muchas cosas que yo aprendí sobre el tipo de diabetes. Number one, hey Ernesto, how you doing? Nice to see you, Ernesto Martin. Ernesto, do you speak Spanish or in English? And that's one thing I'm going to start asking if all my guests speak. Well, at least the one who's watching, if they speak English or Spanish. But the more English, the better. But yes, so going back to last Saturday, we had a Chelsea who was a diabetes dietitian who educated us on type 1. She's also type 1. Then on 12 o'clock, we had a nurse practitioner for young adults, spoke about type 1 diabetes and difference between type 1 type 2. I had a educator on type 1. I had another person who represented the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, JDRF. And then I had my daughter who joined us to speak about her story. So please, guys, donate anything. The link is under the description button down below. Just click on that. Please donate anything. This is to raise awareness. Please watch the show. I guarantee you, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn about the warning signs. You're gonna learn about the difference between type 1, type 2. Well, type 2 could be reversed. Type 1, there is no cure. In the 1920s, anyone who was type 1, that was a death sentence. But throughout the research this foundation has done, they have done a tremendous job. So now I see Paula in the background, so she's waiting, and I see Bruce Wayne's wife who just jumped in. She's waiting in the background. So I'm gonna bring them on one by one. I'm gonna bring in first of all, let me bring in Paula. I think she's from Argentina. Paula, ¿cómo está? How you doing, Paula?
Buenas noches. How are
¿Cómo
you?
está?
Bien, bien, gracias.
You
I speak both English and Spanish.
okay?
I'm a little bit used to streaming in English since I participate in Sil Abdul's coffee talk.
Yes.
So we are kind of used to streaming in English. I also been to Go Deep some time ago. We've been as a Sirens. So if you feel more comfortable speaking in English, we can make it work that way.
No,
Actually,
it's up to you guys. You guys could do, but let's do Spanglish. Let's do
Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Um,
Let's do Spanglish because you know us Latino people. Well, at least yo soy Puertorriqueño. I was born and raised in New York.
yes.
So in New York, we spoke a lot of broken Spanglish. So like por ejemplo, ahora, I start off with Spanish, then I end up with English, and then I start off with English, end up with Spanish. So that's how us New York or Puerto Ricans speak. So to me, it's not a problem. Okay. So, but where are you? Are you in Argentina?
I'm in Argentina. I am from Argentina, and I'm in Argentina. I live in Mar del Plata, which
Uh
is a coast city,
huh. Mm-hmm.
in 400 kilometers south
Uh
from
huh.
Buenos Aires. That is the capital city.
Okay. Okay. Good. Let me
Uh,
bring it. Let me bring in now. If you guys didn't know, this is Bruce Wayne's secret wife.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Good
how you
afternoon.
doing?
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. I'm very good. I'm very
So,
good. Thank you. How
so
are you
tell
guys?
so tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Where you at? And so forth. To just tell the audience about
Uh,
more about you.
okay, I know that we are supposed to speak Spanglish, so I'm going to be changing. Okay?
Yes, not a problem.
Okay, so yes, I'm from Panama, Central America, donde está el canal de Panamá.
Mm-hmm.
Un país bastante chico, a very small country.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I love movies. I love DC. I love Zack Snyder Vision. I have a YouTube channel. Also, I talk about movies, TV shows, all that. So yes, that's who I am. And as you can see, yeah, I'm a big fan of Batman. So yeah.
I could tell, and I'm a Superman fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so next time they shine a light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead.
I like
Bury
that.
it. Okay, consider this
Okay, no
mystery. Okay,
problem. Okay.
okay. And the last one I'm gonna bring in. I'm kind of okay. So for the people that don't know me, I'm actually married to a Ecuadorian.
Oh.
She is from Malta. She's
Manta,
a little
Manta. Sí.
de la costa.
Yeah.
Yo I love ceviche con camarón
Ay,
y
thank you.
todo.
Yes.
Okay,
Ceviche.
ceviche.
Ya
So
me está dando hambre.
my next guest, I know you're Ecuadorian, but what part of Ecuador you're from?
I'm from Guayaquil.
Guayaquil. Okay, so
Yes.
I remember Guayaquil. So when I think I went to visit Ecuador in 2013, and I landed in Guayaquil. And when I landed there, I tell you, I felt special. Oh, joke. This is a true story, guys. So I landed there, and it seems like the Ecuadorians could spot an American from far away. I don't know. I mean, by the dress and how they talk. So I'm walking. So there was a long line. And I don't know how this lady, she knew. She goes, American? I said, yes, American. Oh, come. So I'm walking by and everyone's looking at me and said, oh my gosh. So I went there and we stopped by a restaurant. And the restaurant, they had como un sopao de I think it was lobster, ceviche, de todo. I ate it, and I would say within 24, 48 hours, I was sick. And I asked my wife what happened, and she told me because my body's not accustomed to the water
Exactly.
in Ecuador. So that's what it was. So I spent the first 3 or 4 days there not feeling well, but I want to say that Ecuador is a very very beautiful country. I'm just not saying that because I'm married to an Ecuadorian, but
It is beautiful.
right. But I do want to visit Quito. You been to Quito?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Joe, tell everybody. I already told everybody you're Ecuadorian, but tell them a little bit more about yourself.
Um, well, I'm from Guayaquil, Ecuador.
Mhm.
I love DC since I was a little kid. Uh, I was introduced first to DC thanks to Batman the animated series, so I'm a big
Okay.
Batman fan.
Another
Um,
Batman fan.
yes, I think we all Batman fans
Batman
here.
rules.
Yes, and
Okay. I
Let's
gotta
not
be.
forget
yes,
Wonder
Superman.
Woman. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Wonder Bat,
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Bat.
Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Bat.
Um,
Okay.
um, I am in this YouTube channel with these beautiful, amazing girls
Mm-hmm.
that we talk about what we love.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Zack Snyder. I think I love what he did with his characters. He
Uh-huh.
actually made me care for Superman because, to be honest, I don't really care for him as a character. But when I watched Man of Steel, that was the first time that I connected with Superman. So that's why sometimes I don't understand people that hates that movie because that is everything I think that a Superman fan will love to see in that character, you know. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. So we got three Batman fans. I'm assuming the Celia, she's a Batman fan too.
She's Superman.
She's, she's a Louis Lane.
She's a
Lois. Yeah,
Lois.
She's
she's a
Lois
Lois.
and
Mhm.
Okay, so
Superman.
we need to
Yeah.
bring her on. So I'm numbered because so far it's 3-1. So
I'm a Wonder Woman, so I
you like
the
Wonder Woman?
the
Okay,
2 years.
okay.
So yeah,
Did you watch the Linda Carter Wonder Woman?
yeah.
Okay,
I rerun. No soy tan vieja.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I watch pretty much everything. I used to watch the Super Friend animated series in the
Okay.
80s.
Uh-huh.
I'm 38, so it was when I was a kid. Then I remember watching with my dad the reruns from the '66 Batman, the Adam
Okay.
West,
Mm-hmm.
and also Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. I watched pretty much everything there was to watch. The animated side, the animated world of DC is I think it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
With something like, I don't know, I love pretty much 85-90% of everything they've done. Batman does is it's incredible. Justice League animated, Unlimited. I love the set.
Jorge, pórtate bien, okay? Pórtate bien, Jorge, because he's saying he Batman over Superman. Pórtate bien. Okay.
Of course,
So,
he's right.
all right. So I'm going to let me start off by asking. I'm going to start with you, Paula. Okay. So you mentioned that you like Wonder Woman. Tell everybody why do you like Wonder Woman? What is it about her that you like?
Well, I think that growing up in a Disney princess dominated world for female, like
Hmm.
Sleeping Beauty and Belle and Little Mermaid and all these sort of patriarchal female characters,
Hmm.
um, uh, meeting, knowing of the existence of Wonder Woman was enlightening, was to see that there is you can be a princess and you can be a warrior. You can
Yes.
be a princess, you can be strong and compassionate doesn't mean that you're weak. And besides, then when I grew older and I got in touch with the concept of the Trinity, the Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman,
Hmm.
I say this is the only female character that it's on equal standards with Batman and Superman, which are
Right.
the two greatest superheroes ever.
Hmm.
So that was a huge. It had a huge impact in my life. I used to play with my sister, with my older sister, when we were children, and she would be Supergirl because she could fly. Wonder Woman didn't fly in the Super Friends animation, which is what we used to watch. And I was kind of pissed at that because I want to fly too.
Yeah.
but then she grew on me, and watching the Linda Carter anime series and everything that came after, and reading a few comics. I think it's a huge icon. It's a huge icon. I wish we had more uh, as strong as her female characters,
Hmm.
but I just think that it's really important that little girls grow knowing they can be Wonder Woman. There are so many things she teaches us, you know, about compassion and strength. And I think it's the greatest character ever. The female is out of the question, and she along Superman and Batman are the three uh, greatest characters
I
in
agree.
comic books.
I agree. Okay. So Yara, tell everybody, why do you like Batman?
Um, well, Batman, Bruce slash Batman. I love that character because it's like I I think me and I think that everybody can feel related to him, because at some point in our life we have experienced some sort of loss and
Hmm.
things that we cannot control. And what happened with Batman is that he's trying to do this part that we cannot do, obviously, because if something happened to us, we cannot go and become superheroes, right?
Right.
So the way that I think the way that he channels that pain and that tragedy that he has on his life is like bring that justice and vengeance to the world, but yeah, it can be like te puede asustar un poco, puede ser muy malo la manera como él de repente trae justicia. However, en el fondo trata de traer justicia, pero de una manera, em, a ver, en el fondo creo que igual sigue siendo igual de puro que lo que podríamos llamar como puro a Superman, ¿no? No igual a Superman, pero
Hmm.
sí tiene algo dentro. O sea, I think that he has something inside him that have a lot of value. And I don't know, I feel like I can relate to him,
Okay.
I can relate to him because it's like the house the history of all of us, having these things that happens to us and wanted to like bring justice and overcome that. And yeah, and I think it's a very complex character, so I think, yeah, it's like everybody else. So yeah, I don't know, I just love Batman.
Okay. And
I
Joe.
I need to ask Yara if she's also a millionaire orphan.
No, that's the bad thing. That's the
Oh,
only
Lord.
thing that I cannot relate to him.
The money. Okay. That.
Yeah.
And Joe, why do you like Batman?
Um, I love his humanity. That he doesn't let that be immortal to be a weakness. He's handsome, strong, rich, but uh, I think he's also caring. He might be scary, but he has to do it. He has to be to face all these criminals. Um, but I think he is caring. He has a huge heart. He's good inside.
Mhm.
And I think that's also why a lot of people can relate to him because he's not a bad person. Um, I love that he helps a lot of people. Yeah, I think that's why I love Batman. Also because he was like the first character in the DC world that I saw. So, and I love darkness. So
You like darkness, okay?
yeah,
Uh,
I
let
love
me
that kind of characters.
let me tell you why I like Superman. I'm not sure whether you guys know this or not, but Superman to me is a Christ-like. If I'm for you guys who's out there, I'm a Christian, so I actually like the Superman character because there's a lot of Jesus or similarity to him being a Messiah. If you read the Bible, God sent His only begotten Son to the world. If you read the Superman character, Joel sent His only Son to the world. There's a lot of similarity between Christ and Superman. Not saying that Superman is Christ, but I could relate to that. So uh, we see how Superman gives himself for the people. He's humble, and he gives up a lot. He can't have a lot similar like Batman. That's why Batman, it's hard for him to have a wife and kids because number one, he don't want to endanger them. So both of them loses a lot. Now, it's kind of hard for Wonder Woman because besides Linda Carter, the only character that portray Wonder Woman is Gal Gadot. So it's kind of hard that. But for me, the difference between Christopher Reeves and Henry Cavill, the story is different. And like what you were saying, Yara, or I'm not, yeah, like you were saying, or I don't understand why people. Oh, I'm sorry, it was you, Joe. I don't understand why people hate the Superman character. As far as the Man of Steel, there are a lot of conversations that I have. I mean, I just saw I think yesterday or even this morning how this person says Superman kills and Man of Steel, and I'm like, excuse me, what movie did you watch? So I it the people that have a problem with the Man of Steel is because they can let go of the Christopher Reeves movie, and that's the biggest problem that I see. They expect Superman to be a you know saving a cat off a tree, always smiling. But you're not gonna write a Superman story today the way you did back in the 70s.
Mhm.
The times are different. In the 70s, the 70s, they were not talking a lot about immigration. Obviously, in
Mhm.
2016, immigration was a big theme. So Zack Snyder made which is true, Clark or Kyle a alien. So to
Mhm.
me, I related to Superman because it presented to him a real problem. He was trying to adapt, to the culture of here on Earth. Where in the 70s you saw it, but again, it's the time is different. So
Mhm.
the only part that I got, um, I don't want to say uncomfortable because a Superman does kill, is the way that he killed, that he snapped General Zod head. So it took me 2 to 3 times to watch it to really understand that portion. And if you the two complaints that Superman fans had was number one, in Man of Steel, is that Clark Kent let his father die. Right, we hear that a lot, right? And I told those people you wasn't paying attention to the movie because his father was teaching him how to sacrifice himself.
Mm.
And if Clark were to disobey his father, then it goes against everything what that movie was trying to portray. That Clark Kent or his father Jonathan Kent, you have to sacrifice a lot. And then the last part is how Superman killed General Zod. Now remember, towards the end, General Zod gave Superman what? An ultimatum. He
Mhm.
told them either I die or they die. So I want people to listen to this part, because a lot of people like to attack Man of Steel, but don't look at Superman 2. In Superman 2, Superman killed General Zod. In Man of Steel, Superman killed General Zod. But I could make an argument that in Superman 2, Superman did not need to kill General Zod because General Zod was already human.
Yeah.
He took justice into his own hands, so he picked him up, threw him across, and he killed them.
with a
In
smile.
Man of Steel,
With a smile on his face,
right, with a smile on his face. There
like
you
praise to
go.
God.
Yeah, with a smile on his face. In Man of Steel, General Zod was not a human; he was a god. So Superman had to make a decision: do I kill one of my kind, who I have no relationship with, or do I save, which I consider my people who I was raised here? So those kind of, but those kind of debate, como está Jorge, those kind of debates that people have is just they don't have an open mind to it. So on the Man of Steel, what did you first think when you first saw Man of Steel, Paula? I'm going to start with you because I'm going to go in order. I'm going to go from Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, and Zack Snyder Justice League. But when you first saw Man of Steel, did you relate to it, or did it take you
Mm,
two or three
I
times?
didn't.
Huh?
I didn't relate immediately, and it didn't have an impact in me. I never connected with Superman's character. I had this issue with nostalgia, also as many others. I grew up watching the Christopher Reeve, so when I faced something so different, I was like, what the hell am I watching? I wouldn't say that I hated it, but it was so different that I really didn't know how to feel and what to feel. It happens to me a lot. It also happened to me with Batman versus Superman. Hola, Celia.
Hi.
Um,
Hi.
Good night.
Hola. Feliz
uh,
madrugada.
Thank you.
Celia está a medianoche, pobre.
Midnighter.
Okay,
So,
before
yeah, sí,
no,
habla.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish, Paula.
It happens to me a lot. It also happened to me while watching Batman versus Superman. That I finished the movie and I was like, I didn't know what to feel because it was so intense.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Batman versus Superman, I watched it 6 times at the theaters because every time I found out something new, and I felt something new. So with Man of Steel, then then after watching BBS, I got back to Man of Steel and said, "Oh, this is this is awesome." But I needed to like go forward and backwards, and start watching it more as a whole. Than I don't remember Man of Steel having a huge impact on me. I watched it in the theaters once, I think, but I didn't connect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
No,
didn't. I wish I had. But some movies have an impact. It depends also with your state of mind and where you're standing in life. And it to me happens all the time that sometimes I want to watch something like Blade Runner, and other times I want to watch something like Fast and Furious. Sometimes you don't want to think, you just want to eat popcorn and watch a movie. And sometimes you need something that gets in you. So I think that by the time Men of Steel came out, my mind was somewhere else that didn't appreciate it as it deserved.
Okay, and Yara, when you first saw Man of Steel, what did you think?
I really like the movie. I love the movie. I think it's one of the best superhero movies ever made. Um, okay, first I'm going to say what I think about the movie. And I think that that is very different to the movies that Marvel was giving us at the time, and that's something that I really appreciate. Um, the character of Superman, I love the character of Superman, but and I don't know why, but up until yesterday, or like the day before yesterday, I thought that I was like I mean I sorry, I need to say this because I need to share my feelings, okay?
Sure,
I
sure.
remember when I saw Man of Steel, and I remember that I did like the Man of Steel. I do love that movie. I think that is a good representation of Superman, but I didn't get the feeling that I got. I know that maybe a lot of people is going to hate me, but I didn't get the feeling that I got with Superman and Lois, the show. And I didn't have any expectation. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm making the comparison so you can understand what I'm
Right.
saying. I didn't have any expectation about this show. I didn't even want to watch it because I don't like the actor. Um, but the feeling that I got, and I was watching the thing, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't felt this with Henry. But I do know and I do understand, and something that I always have in my mind is like, maybe this is where Henry was supposed to go. Maybe this is where Zack Snyder was planning to take Henry, to this Superman that is not the Superman that goes and save a cat from the tree. No, it's the Superman that is also have problems, because he have a lot of problems in the show, but it doesn't lose that essence of who Superman is, and yes, I mean, I love Man of Steel. I love Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman. I don't have a problem with him killing Zod. Honestly, I don't have a problem. I'm sorry, maybe
There are
I'm
some people
crazy. Yeah,
they're
I don't have a problem. I do understood why he didn't save his father. I do understood that. Um, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I don't wanna say.
no,
I
just
don't
be
know.
yourself. It's
Decilo en
okay.
castellano.
No,
Yeah.
no, sí, o
Listen,
sea,
Yara,
no
Yara.
sé qué me pasó, no sé qué me pasó con esta serie de
I know you're
ahora,
not shy, Yara. I know you're
que,
not shy. I
que,
see you on
que
Twitter go back and
conecté de
forth
una
con la
manera que
gente.
no había conectado, y ojo que el actor no me gusta, el actor sigue sin gustarme, pero la representación, la caracterización de Superman me dejó, dije, enamorada, pues, enamorada del personaje. That's all
But
I
Pero
but
have to
but
say.
Superman and Lois, he already is Superman.
Yeah, maybe it's
In
because
Man
of
of
that,
Steel,
and that's what
he's
I
just
and that's what I want to
starting.
bring to this,
There's
and that's what I want
a
to bring
hope
to
there.
this. I am fully convinced. I am fully convinced that this is the road or this is the Superman that Zack Snyder is supposed to give us. I'm fully convinced of that. I'm fully convinced of that.
so are you a fan of Henry Cavill
I am
or
a big fan of Henry Cavill. Like,
okay.
Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman, actually.
Okay, okay. And Joe, when you first saw Man of Steel, you know what? I remember Man of Steel
Don't hate
because
me because of this, because please.
no, it's okay.
You're out.
You know where I was when Man of Steel was first released in June 13th, 2013,
En Ecuador.
and I was in Ecuador. Yes, I was in Ecuador, so I remember that, and I wanted to see the movie there, but for what I understand, that the theaters in Ecuador were playing the Man of Steel in English, but the Spanish subtitle.
Yeah.
So right, so I'm a person like I don't like distractions, so I waited till I got here. But when you first saw Man of Steel, what I mean, did you like it? Did you connect with it? Did you have a problem with it?
I didn't go to watch at the theater because like I said, I never liked Superman, and I was like, oh, another Superman movie because the
What?
Brandon Root movie, and I was
Another
like, oh,
Superman movie?
another Superman movie, and I just skip it. I didn't, like I said, I
Espérate,
didn't care.
espérate, espérate un momento, mi hija.
You are
Espérate
going
un
to have a
momento.
heart attack
Hold
today,
on,
you
hold
know?
on.
No, we don't hate
Before
Superman.
you got three straight Batmans. You got the Batman Begins, you got the Dark Knight, and you
Yeah,
got the
but
Dark
that's
Knight with
Batman. It's not. It's
But
Batman.
it's
I love
Batman. Come
Batman.
on.
Yeah, I love Batman. I love every Batman except for Clooney. I don't like Clooney,
Tell
but
me,
okay.
do you bleed?
So who's that now? Okay. So I went to watch Batman versus Superman,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that movie, of course. And I said, okay, maybe it's time for me to watch Man of Steel, because I also was reading people saying how amazing that movie was. The same
Mm-hmm.
people that love
It's
Batman
amazing. It's
versus
amazing
Superman.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
So also in Batman versus Superman, I was like, Patsy kill Superman. I really didn't care about Superman. So I watched one day. I decided to watch it, and I was
Qué ofendida estoy.
amazed because I was like, "This is not the same as the all Superman movies. This is a completely different take." Um, I even cried when Jonathan died. When he sacrificed himself, I cried. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm crying watching a Superman movie. What is wrong with me? So I was like, I love everything. It was odd, because I remember I watched first some scenes on some um in a store, and it was like, oh yeah, it's the same Superman movie. Zod invasion. I remember saying that. So, but when I actually watch it, I was oh, this is different. He actually has he's not like all the time smiling and good with life and rainbows. He actually is he's very human. That's a part I love because he has problems as anyone else is in the world, not just because he is an alien doesn't mean he doesn't have feelings. He has feelings. He doesn't know where what his role in the world, because he wants say just human living his life, or become a superhero to become what the world needs to be saved, and then sort of, and that's the thanks to Sod. Um, and I like that Sod. It wasn't just the typical villain. He was also complex. All the characters in this movie were like that. So I ended up loving it. And after I finished that, I was like, okay, Batman, you were wrong in Batman versus Superman. Um, you should be better. You should listen to Alfred. He's telling you how it is. So yeah, that's how I I end up loving Man of Steel. And Zack Snyder. I actually had no idea Zack Snyder was the same director. You know, I only found out after I watched that movie, and then I'm like, oh, I'm a fan of Zack Snyder. I love all his other movies. I had no idea he was the director of Man of Steel as well. So yeah, that's me with Superman.
All right, so Celia, I heard you're a Superman fan.
Yes.
I'm a Superman fan too. So now, thank you. I got somebody on my side now. Before you told us about Man of Steel, because I had the ladies tell me where they're from. Why don't you tell the audience your name, where you're from, and what DC? Why I just told everyone you like Superman, but tell us why you like Superman, okay?
Um, I'm from Spain. My name is Celia Ruano. Um, and yes, Superman was always. Thank you for inviting me. By the way.
Not, you're welcome. Not a problem. And you can
Yeah.
speak Spanglish. It's up to you. Whatever makes you comfortable. Okay.
Yes. No, fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
Um, uh, Superman is my favorite character of DC. It always was, I think, because I grew up with Lois and Clark. So I always like the relationship, the that side of him that is so good, and I
Mhm.
love it. Of course, that series wasn't a good representation of Superman, but was a good representation of Clark.
Mhm.
And I love more Clark as a person than I love Superman.
You like Clark better than Superman. Why?
Exactly. It's not the powers that do it for me, it's the person.
Okay.
That's why I liked Smallville as well. And it's that why I like Henry's Superman. Because in this case, I like that Clark is not a disguise. I'm fine with the golden era where Clark is a disguise and Superman is the real person, but I really like when Clark is the real person and Superman is what he can do. So for me, seeing a movie where Superman was and Clark were the same, Clark was the real person and Superman was what he could do. It was refreshing and it was great for me. Um, I really loved it. I love his relationship with Lois because I think it makes Clark way more human.
Mhm.
It's a person that apparently he could have every woman in the world, but he is not in love with some perfect little girl with no opinions and everything. He's in love with a very human, a very opinionated woman that works very hard, that doesn't care about what people think about her. She's so imperfect and she's so real and wonderful. She's my role model. That the fact that Superman, so apparently perfect, is in love with someone like her, to me is a representation of his love for humanity as a whole. Uh, so that's why I really like about the relationship, and also I like that they are both very good people, and together they are even better.
Okay.
So Man of Steel, I saw it late in 2016, but I really loved it. It's true that at first you are a little shocked. It's not what you expect,
Mhm.
but you think about it, is oh, wow, this is what I always wanted about a Superman movie, because it's not an empty Superman that has no feelings. It's always like an idiot, smile like an idiot and has no range. Is a real person and has complexities, and it really takes seriously the character, how people are going to see it, if they are going to feel it, if the uh, what science is going to think about it. So I really liked Man of Steel.
Okay. Now, for me, well, I'll discuss the Snyder Cut later. So, when we when we saw that they was gonna make a Batman versus Superman, I know Ben Affleck caught a lot of slack. I know a lot of people didn't like the Ben Affleck casting. I'll be
Mhm.
honest, I was one of them that didn't like.
I didn't like it either,
I didn't like it
and then it blew
either.
my mind.
And it if you remember 2006 or 7 when Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker, there was the same
Yep.
backlash as well.
Mhm.
So he outdid it. So anyway, so when I saw Batman versus Superman, I was blown away.
Yeah.
Uh in Man of Steel, you see Clark Kent growing, trying to find himself. And in Batman versus Superman, you see that Superman is the enemy. He's treated, he's not appreciated. Everybody's against him. The government's against him. The people's against him. Even Batman, the Dark Knight, is against him. Um, and he had no. He only trusted two people: his mom and Lois Lane.
Mhm.
Yeah, as a man, I think all the guys out there could relate that the only two people you're gonna trust is your mama, and if you're fortunate to have a great woman, you're gonna trust your girlfriend, your wife. So the two major the two major things that people had to complain about. Well, there was a lot of complaints. A lot of them came from the Marvel fanboy, the bloggers, and so, which I'm gonna blast them later on with you ladies, because I have a lot to talk about. And guys, next week I'm gonna have a Rotten Tomato critic on my show. She looks like that she's one of the honest one, but I want to get an insight as to how can people judge. I don't understand how does Rotten Tomato have critics on there if they're not professional enough to judge a movie and put away their feelings. But anyway, the number one, what did you guys think about the Martha scene? The Martha scene. I'm gonna start with Paula. Paula, when you saw that, I want to know your first reaction. What came to your mind when you saw the Martha scene?
So I'll be honest, and I thought like, I didn't get it. I didn't get it at first.
Okay, now
I'm honest. I didn't get it. Not that I joke about, but I
let me
I
ask you a
didn't
question. Let me ask you a
I
question.
didn't feel it was as
Okay,
strong as it was. I didn't get it. That's the thing.
all right. Did you see Endgame?
Yeah.
Did you understand the Bucky scene?
Which book is
The
it?
the the Bucky scene in it's in Endgame. Yeah,
Civil
I
War.
watched it only once. So, yeah,
Did
yeah,
you did you
yeah.
like that?
No, I don't like Marvel actually.
Okay. Well, at
So
least you consider. At
okay,
least at least you're consistent. At least you're consistent because
yeah.
what I hate the most, dislike the most with a passion, is that all those people that said that they didn't like the Martin scene because what's the big deal of them having the same mom named Martha? That didn't make sense. Those same bloggers love the Bucky scene.
Which book
That
is
was
it?
a
I'm
great
sorry.
scene. That
What did
drives me. Eso me hace enojar tan
Which book is
profundo.
it?
Oh my God.
Which
Not
It
the
one?
Civil
drives me
War?
Can you
crazy.
can you can
Civil
you
War. That
refresh
was a
my mind,
Civil War.
please?
Civil War.
Which
la
one?
frase es la escena de Bucky que están peleando los dos Capitanes América
¿Quién es
cuando
Bucky?
viajan al pasado.
Who's
Bucky es
Bucky?
el
Ah,
es
That,
el
that,
Winter Soldier.
Uh-huh.
Eh,
that.
y que están peleando los dos Capitanes América y para distraerlo, un Roger le dice
Oh,
al
yeah.
otro que Bucky sigue vivo y ahí es como que pierde la concentración y lo vence. What did happen to me when I watched the Martha
But I
scene
think
was was this. I I I was with my husband and the movie theaters and I look at him, it was,
what is
oh
this?
my God, their mothers are not the same. I never noticed, and knowing and having read comics, I never noticed because Martha Kent was always Ma Kent, I guess. So I was like, fuck. That was my reaction. That was the first reaction was, oh my God, the mothers are named the same. Then the rest came in, and I think that scene is much better understood while watching the Ultimate Edition.
Mhm.
The Ultimate Edition should have been the theatrical cut. They shouldn't have chopped it. And it helps a lot to get the movie. But I still think there are corporate haters or corporate fed haters that doesn't matter what they do. They'll hate the movie, they'll hate DC, they'll hate Zack. And if Zack had signed with Marvel, it would be all great.
Mm.
So,
Yara,
I,
what?
Yes,
what
correct.
you was gonna say about the Martha scene?
No, I mean the Marta scene. I actually, when I saw it the first time, I didn't get it, but then I started to think about that, because one of the things that I didn't understood is why he's talking about Marta, why he doesn't say my mom. Okay, so then I answer myself. Okay, he cannot say my mom because suppose he cannot say that Marta is his mom, no? Right. So
His
that's the
mom is
first
an
thing,
alien.
right? That's the first thing, no? But the thing is that I did understand the impact on Bruce, because it's like he's trying to kill this guy, and this guy is telling he's gonna kill Marta, he's gonna kill Marta, and it's Bruce's mind. He's thinking about his mom, and that's why Bruce is like, "Why you say that name? Why are you saying?" Like he's thinking in his mind, "Why? What the fuck are you saying my mother's name?" So that I did understand. I didn't understand at the first time, but then when I started to think about that, I did understand, like, yeah, of course, this is going to be like frustrating for him, because it's like, and I did understood why Bruce or Batman behave that way. What I don't like the change for me was like very abrupt. Like then Luz come and say it's his mother's name, and he's like, okay, yeah. So that's what I like. Okay, but why did you change so fast? Like, at least I don't know, my but I
But
do understand the Marta
there's
thing.
there's
I
there's
do.
a thing there's a thing like when you are in like you are like seeing red and out of yourself and out of your
Mm-hmm.
mind, and emoción violenta que le dicen en
Yeah.
policiales, and someone just snapped you out, so and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, and then
And
like you start thinking straight again. So I think it's more that way,
yeah, I mean,
the abrupt change.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why the hate on the scene, because again, when you think about it, you understand why that happens. The only thing that I can say is like, okay, I mean, at the end it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he switched that fast. It doesn't matter. For me, it didn't matter. I did understand the scene. And about the other scene, the bucket scene, what I can tell about that is like we're talking about Captain America telling that to Captain America in Avengers, in the first Avengers movie. I mean, in that time, and
And
maybe I
Endgame.
do understand why he stopped, because we're talking about a guy that I have been sleeping for 17 years, and now somebody tell him that his best friend that he watched die is alive. So I do understand the two scenes. I don't know why people um have a problem with one and doesn't have a problem like the consistency. That's what I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, no, that's what really gets me upset
Yeah,
with
I understand what you're saying.
yeah, because they're the people that have a problem with the Martha scene, because how can they
Mhm.
make them stop, don't have a problem with the Captain
Exactly.
America scene. Now, Joe, what came to your mind? Did you understand it when you saw the Martha scene? Um, did,
Kind of. Because it's you see that Bruce has post-traumatic stress disorder the entire movie. He has nightmares. He has all of that. At that point, when Superman is telling him, "Save Martha," I also forgot that his mother name was Martha. I also forgot that. So I thought, oh, he's telling Bruce's mother's name. I was like, okay. And Bruce became so angry. He was about to kill him. And well, when he mentioned the name, uh, uh, I don't know if this is. No, I don't know. I don't remember if this is in the Ultimate Edition or not, or in the theatrical cut. The flashback. I don't remember now.
no,
He,
the
But
he's,
flash
obviously
he's
the,
probably
the
saying
flashback is
Martha.
in both. The
Yeah.
flashback is in both.
Uh-huh.
he's in both. So yeah. That's the other part that you can see, right? That the PTSD is still present in 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 Bruce. Uh, and I was like, oh, he's gonna kill him. I was like, he's gonna kill Superman. But I never thought that, oh, he stopped because his mothers are their mothers have the same name, and that's why they're gonna be best friends now. No, I never thought that. Um, oh yes, I forgot Lois. Lois. When she's like, that's his mother's name. That's when I was like, oh my god, their mothers have the same name. You know, I was like that. It was like, why I never met the connection? Why I don't remember this? You know,
Okay. So
kind of like what happened with Paula. But I understood, but I understood that the name Martha is a trigger for him. Like the second time I watch it, that's when like the name is a trigger. The name is a trigger, and that's why he became so angry with Superman. At the time, I was like, oh, he's angry, but I didn't make the connection that that's a trigger, that's a problem with him. Even thought, yes, you can see that the death of his parents, of course, is still a problem with him. Um, and I think I fully understood the scene like the third time I watched it, and I always said the hero in this scene is Lois. She saved Superman. You know, I always said that about Lois. So that's the scene for me.
and Celia.
I don't remember having a strong reaction against the scene. I was a little confused, but it's not that I disliked it. Um, but with these movies, and I'm sure with Justice League, it's going to see to be the same. At first, you don't know what to think, and then you start thinking about it. Say, oh, I know I see what you were doing. This is great, and maybe that's the problem that the movies want you to think, and people don't want to. They want everything being handed to them and being distracted, and that's all. Like I don't want to think about my problems and just see the nice superheroes. And actually, what Zack does is way more optimistic and more hopeful because uh, it's not a coincidence that a lot of people with depression uh, love these movies and feel empowered by these movies. But it's because they want you to think and they want to reconsider all things in your life and in the movie and that world. So at first I didn't have a strong reaction against the scene, but then I think I love it, and true, Lois is the hero in the part of the movie, and she saved both Clark and Bruce because he wasn't thinking clearly.
No, he wasn't, and a lot of people is making the point on the chat that the PTSD is real. And when I first saw it, I don't know. My mother died when she was 51. She died at the age of 51. She died in 2006. So I no longer have my mother. So that's why I caught it quick, because let's say I'm fighting this guy who's supposed to be an alien, right? And my
Mhm.
mother's Anna. And remember, what a lot of people don't understand about not Batman and Bruce Wayne, but Batman is more of a detective. So
Yeah,
that part people don't grasp that, but they also don't grasp Clark Kent being a reporter. So Bruce Wayne knows that who Clark Kent is. He knows that.
Mhm.
Okay, remember Superman is smart, and Superman is a reporter. Now, well, Lewis, how do you know that? Because when Superman comes down, Superman calls Batman Bruce. So that
Mhm.
right there, boom, he knows. Okay, that's Clark. Okay, so when he said that name, Martha, the reason he snapped, he's thinking, "Wow, you're trying to make fun of me." I mean, who are you? You're alien. How do you know about my mother? That's
Exactly. That's what I felt.
right. So that's the trigger that made him go like
Yeah.
he had no idea that Superman had a mother named Martha.
Martha, exactly.
He's thinking
Yeah.
about his Martha, his
Hmm.
mom's
Yeah.
Martha. Now, how do I know that? Okay. Well, if you keep on watching, once Lois came telling me his mother's name, when Superman wanted to save Martha, Batman told him, "No, I need you here." And what did Batman tell Superman? Martha won't die
And
tonight.
I
Hmm.
yeah.
So he's saying, so in other words, Batman saying, thinking, this is my
His
mother. I'm
mother.
going to try to save my mother.
Hmm.
Your
Yeah.
mother. So he's trying. So it's a way of him healing that pain that he carried all his life.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so the people that don't understand that scene, I get people not connecting with it, it's fine. It's the people that tell me that they don't understand that scene that really drives me crazy because I always ask them this question: do you have your mother? Is your mother still here on Earth? If they say yes, I tell them, well, you can't relate to it because I can because I no longer have my mother. So, and another complaint that people had about BVS is that Superman died too young. Not died too young, but he died too quick. That also drives me crazy, because the same people love Star Wars. Darth Vader died in the second in the Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader, remember Darth Vader? There was no history about Darth Vader. He revealed he was the father in the second movie, Empire Strikes Back. So how can you not have a problem with that, but have a problem with this? So to me, the everything started, and I'm not sure if you guys you follow me from the beginning, but um, it started the week before BVS was released. Once the critic released the score, BVS, when they gave it, I think a 27, that's where I think everything went downhill. Because the studios, the Warner Brothers, they had an expectation that was unfair to Zack Snyder. They wanted Zack Snyder to make $1 billion movie in just a second movie. When Marvel didn't make $1 billion in Incredible Hulk, Marvel
Until
didn't make
the
$1 billion
next
in Iron Man, Marvel didn't make $1 billion in Thor. It took them. Into Avengers. I believe Avengers was the first movie that they made
I,
$1 billion.
I think I think more than Marvel, I think that they were like overconfidence because of the Dark Knight trilogy, and I'm guessing that they were thinking like, oh, Nolan did a second movie, and that movie hit $1 billion. So now we are gonna put Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So you should be able to cross that. But yeah, I think it's unfair because I think was what Zach was building, it was going to get us there, you know. So yeah, I think I always think I also think that is unfair
I
to Zach.
think I think that had Warner released the Ultimate Edition as the
Inky Comics.
theatrical cut,
And maybe pay a little bit of the critics. Don't
and
forget about that.
yeah, and pay the critics as Disney does because that's true. It could have made a billion and
And
more
and you know
because
what?
you are talking about the fucking Trinity, the three characters, the three biggest characters in comic books, which everybody knows.
And
There's
you
no little girl that doesn't know about who Wonder Woman is.
exactly.
There's there's a boy in some lost country, in a small town in a lost country that knows who Superman is.
Mhm.
So it could have done. It could have made the billion and even more. But Warner chopped the movie and released something that it's still a great movie, but there's una fluidez en el storytelling
Mhm.
que no puede
The thing is,
competir con el
the,
corte de cine.
the thing is that, and I do think, you know why I do think that about the critics and all that, because people are easily influenced. Like if enough critics say, okay, this movie is very good, let's go and watch it, the movie would get there, like in the second weekend that it had that drop, it wouldn't have that drop at all. And more people were like, the thing is that it's like we always talk about the critics and Marvel. People are too invested, or like Marvel movies. And I'm not saying, and I am not here to trash Marvel movies at all, but they have their formula, and that worked for them. But this is another thing, this is another take on this, on the superhero genre, and just se necesitaba darle una oportunidad a ver a ver otra clase de cine. Si los críticos hubieran apoyado a Zack Snyder y le hubieran dado una buena, hubieran hecho una crítica verdadera y honesta, está bien, no te gustó esto, no te gustó aquello, pero a ver, ponerla a 20 y pico, por favor. Cuando hay películas de porquería que tienen en su site, I'm sorry, I also get a little bit upset about this. Trash movies in their site that are trash, like, for example, Sharknado, with scores of like 80, and you have Batman versus Superman with score like 20 or something like that. What the fuck?
27.
Really? So if you were to give a second opportunity and treat the movie the way that you needed to treat the movie, that movie would have made $1 billion, because it has Batman, it has Wonder Woman, and it has Superman. That's it.
You know that all started before the DCU. It started with the Dark Knight.
Exactly.
Robert Downey Jr. started all of this with that "fuck you Disney," DC, sorry, with that "fuck you Disney," because they saw how good these movies were, right? And Disney saw that too, and they bought all these critics to tell the world that my movies are better than Disney movies, and this is the only way to make superhero movies, and they control that narrative. And that's a problem. And now the problem with Warner is that they didn't do the same. They, instead of, okay, you do this, I'm gonna play a harder game, I'm gonna strike back, I'm gonna also buy critics and tell the world my movies are better than yours. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's why that narrative, that's why Disney control the narrative and control people. And of course, everyone is petty. It's people likes to fight, right? And then you have, that's why every time there was a DC movie coming out, the first comment was, the DCU is dead. DC sucks, because you have all these people, and especially kids, teenagers, that are easily influenced by critics, telling everyone else, that these movies are bad, don't watch it. And also you have critics telling them as well, don't watch those movies.
Exactly.
And that's something so wrong, because I understand if you don't like a movie, you can tell your viewer, don't watch it. You can tell that. A serious critic will never do that.
See, that's the part that you really drive me crazy. So for me, going back when the critics released it, I think so. The mistake that Warner Brothers did is that they put an unfair expectation on Zack Snyder that that Marvel didn't make $1 billion into their fifth or sixth movie, and they wanted that man. They wanted that man. So and another thing that drives me crazy is that the notion that people tells me that, well, BVS should have made $1 billion because Batman and Superman was never seen in screen before. To me, I don't understand that, but because some of the greatest movies that won Emmy or Academy Award never made $1 billion in the theaters. So that was a narrative. And that was something that the studio wanted. So when they put their expectation and they received the backlash, if you guys saw the Zack Snyder thon, he even said that he had to change his script because of the backlash he got from BVS. So this is where I got involved in the movement. I'm okay people not liking a movie. I'm okay with that. Me personally, I didn't like Watchmen. But I'm not tweeting saying I hate Watchmen. Watchmen is stupid, or I'm not trashing another man's work.
Exactly.
Not I'm
Yeah,
not gonna click. I'm not gonna click in every movie. It's okay, and I think the directors understand that not every movie is made for everybody. Okay,
Exactly.
they're willing to listen to construction criticism. What I have a problem is that when people make it personal, that's where I have a
that's the
problem.
problem. Yeah,
The
they
the
start
issue
making it
the
personally.
issue
Yeah,
here is that Disney es fascista. Disney
yeah.
is fascist, whatever it says. And they push this narrative and they say, this is the right thing, this is the way, this is the right thing or product to consume. And if you don't consume and if you don't love this, then you know nothing. Then you are worthless. Then you are the enemy. Then you shouldn't be alive.
Alive.
And
Yeah.
this is what they push. This is what they push, and
Exactly.
you run into fans. It's like, for instance, I'm not watching. I don't like. I'm not interested in watching WandaVision. So what I did, I muted in Twitter, and that's it.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
have a perfectly happy life. And I know, like, for instance, I know Yara is watching it and she's enjoying it, and good for her. I'm not interested, and that's it. And I'm not making videos or Twitter threads.
6 hour
Oh,
videos. Oh my.
WandaVision sucks, and you are all a bunch of. No, I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care because
Celia,
for instance,
In one of the other things that I always get so mad is like, okay, they have big expectations. I can understand that maybe the studio wanted that kind of money because they did put a lot of money in that movie, and that's okay. Okay, perfect. But I think that they should stick with they should trust Zach, and they should stick with that vision. They should trust him, because now we are in this, like, I'm super happy that we are gonna have the Snyder cut and we are gonna have more. And maybe if all those things haven't happened, we are not going, we didn't get this. But now we are in this situation when the studio is trying to continue their path, and it's a path where you can have good movies, because there's a lot of good movies, but also maybe not that good movies, and you don't finish to have that um, coherente, o ese camino coherente dentro de las películas de DC. And furthermore, you have this division on the fandom, because you have all the people that like the Zack Snyder vision, you have all the people that hate the Zack Snyder vision, and you have all the people in the middle, you know. But at one time, all these three groups was going to se iban a reunir todos, because Zack Snyder was going to take us to get the best version of these characters, you know,
Mhm.
and he was planting the seeds of this big universe. But now we don't have that because of this shit with Warner.
So let me give you guys a timeline. Now, I don't I used to do scooping, um, and I don't do that anymore because some people don't understand what they,
It's a
they don't
tricky
even read.
business.
Yeah, they don't even read my tweet when I says what I heard. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just relaying the information. Uh, Not every scoop that we hear is going to be 100% correct. Okay,
That's
so
it.
I don't do that no more. What I do now is that when I receive some information, I DM a few people and just to let them know. Like, for example, 3 days before the Man of Steel watch party, I DM a few people and say, "Hey, someone told me that Henry Cavill was going to show up at the end." That's what I was told, and he did. A week before the DC fandom, I was told that Ben Affleck was going to be at the fandom. I DM a few people, "Hey, he's going to be there," and he was there. I don't do public scooping anymore because it's not worth it for me because I do this for fun. I do this just to talk to people. People take it to the 10th power. Now I'm gonna just tell you the little that I know, and I'm not saying that this is 100%, But if you put things one and one together, it all makes sense. So during the backlash of BBS, um when Zack Snyder finished his Justice League production, it was 2016. Okay, that's why it drove me crazy when people say the Snyder Cut did not exist. Because if Zack Snyder finished the production, he had to show the studio
Yeah,
a cut of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Okay, so that part, and those experts, Collier, all those big bloggers, that's supposed to be well connected. Well,
Mhm.
they're well connected, but they're not connected up here in the brain, because it just takes common sense. If Zach said and Jay Oliva said they finished production shooting in 2016, they had to show a studio a cut for it to be released in the theaters. Okay, so when Zach showed it to them, they didn't like it. So
because
unfortunately,
you're stupid.
uh, Zack Snyder lost his daughter. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
we could, until Zach spoke, I heard that he was let go. Now Zach said that he stepped down, so we go by what Zach said. Now what I said, what Zach said. Regardless, Zach stepped down. When Zach stepped down, they took uh the studio hired Josh Whedon. Now the reason that I don't trust now one thing that Warner Brothers says is because everything that they said is a lie.
Yeah.
Zach never chose Josh Whedon. They use
Oh.
Zack Snyder's unfortunate daughter's death as a cop out.
Mhm.
Okay,
Um,
everything was in turmoil. Then you have Jeff Johns, this dummy, Jeff Johns. Okay, go behind Ben Affleck back. Bear in mind, people, Ben Affleck is an Academy Award winner, actor, and a director, and a writer. And you
Mhm.
have this buffoon going behind his back and try to change Ben Affleck's script. Ben Affleck had it. He had it. He had it.
Yeah.
He had it with that. So I mean, everything. Now the reason I'm gonna tell you why the studio was against releasing the Snyder Cut. It was not. It was never about the movie, folks. You know why they never wanted the Snyder Cut to be released? Because
Right.
all the garbage that happened during the reshoots, they knew what they did was wrong. All the things that they put the actress, those interns, and all that stuff. If they knew the Snyder Cut was going to be released, the truth will come out. It was never about the movie. It was about what went behind the scenes. That's why they were so against the Snyder Cut. It was not about the movie. It was about the way these cast was treated. And thank God Ray Fisher
Mhm.
spoke up. Thank God he spoke up. So I said back in 2018 December, that Ben Affleck would consider coming back if they allow him to finish Zack Snyder finish, or comes back. This was in 2018. Obvious, nobody knew that Zack was coming back. He had it. But the question that I want to ask for Zack is, when did he knew that the movement was behind his back? So I want to start with you, Paula. When did you first? Well, actually, no. Let me start with Celia. I want to give everybody a fair chance. Celia, when did you first find out about the Snyder Cut?
When I went to see the movie, I was exiting the screen, la sesión y todo el rollo, and I knew it wasn't the movie it was supposed to be.
Thank you, Chubby.
I knew this wasn't the continuation of Batman v Superman. This wasn't the movie, but I thought that um, they had pressured Snyder to change the movie. I
Hmm.
didn't realize what really happened. I think it was after I saw Grace, who started to talk about it, and looking at it on the internet, that I realized that there was another movie, but that it wasn't the movie it was supposed to be. I knew right away. And about before the critics and everything, uh, uh, Warner Bros. Did a really bad job, not only because they didn't pay off the critics like Disney does, but because Disney paid the critics to criticize
Hmm.
and sabotage
Yeah. Yes.
Warner Brothers. And they were stupid and didn't realize that. They had the chance to have a completely different universe
Yeah.
that was compatible with what Marvel was doing. They shoot themselves in the foot because
Hmm.
they weren't clever to see their environment and what was really happening. It wasn't the problem with Zack. Zack wasn't the problem. It's true that his movies
Pero
are not going to be for
¿cuándo
everyone.
fue el primer día cuando tú viste que tuvo un movimiento de sobre el Snyder Cut? I'm trying Spanish.
I think.
¿Cómo fue? ¿Cómo lo hizo? ¿Lo hizo bien? ¿Lo
Oh,
hablé bien?
también. Sí.
Okay, okay.
Um, I think I was watching a Chris Won video,
Mm-hmm.
and he started to show us things that Greg was saying, and she was like, "There was another movie. There was another storyline." O sea, I knew that they had changed the movie that I didn't. The movie I saw, it wasn't the movie that it was supposed to be, but then I realized that there was another movie that I could see, and it would be that movie that I was supposed to see in the cinema that day. I think it was in 2017.
Jonathan?
Uh,
And Joe, when did you first notice a Snyder Cut movement? Did you see it on Twitter? Did you see it on
Twitter,
when?
Twitter.
Uh,
I stopped watching scoopers, YouTubers, all of that because they since 2013 they start attacking Disney movies. So I don't care about that much anymore. But I remember this girl. I followed this girl, and she was always talking about how amazing Batman versus Superman was. And then she said she went to watch Justice League, and she was like, "Oh, I finished. I went to watch Justice League, and Batman versus Superman is still the best DC movie." And I was like, "How is that possible? This movie has the entire league. That's not possible." And when I went to watch the movie, I remember, we had that lie that Joss Whedon was just, there to continue Zack's vision, but it was Snyder movie, right? Um, so when I watched it, I was like, okay, where is this part in the trailer? Where is this other part in the trailer? There is no parts, missing from the trailers. And I was like, okay, this is first not Snyder's style. Since the very first shot, the very first scene, that's all Whedon. Um, and and then I was like looking for shots, for scenes that were on the trailer. And when I left, I was like, okay, this is a mess. I cannot believe this is Snyder. But you don't really know until And then I went that night. I went on Twitter, to Twitter, and everyone was exactly like me. Everyone's like, this cannot be a Snyder movie. But the rumors. I don't remember when a person said there is a Snyder cut. I don't remember, but exactly the day. But I do remember that everyone was speculating that there was probably another movie because
can
there
I give
was
you
a
guys
lot
a
of
little
things.
secret? Can I give you
When?
guys? Can I give you guys a little secret? So
Yeah,
Justice League was released in November of 2017, right?
yeah.
Okay. In October, the month before it was released, John Berg, I think Zack Snyder was there, and a fan. A fan asked Zack Snyder, "Is his Justice League going to be 170 minutes?" Zack says yes. John Berg says that's still yet to be determined. Zack Snyder was cryptically telling us, I think this is my opinion only. Just putting one on one to, I'm being like the Batman, being a detective. I think Zach already knew that was going to butcher his movie. So that was Zack Snyder telling us what you see in the movie is not my movie. Because Zach already said that his Justice League, you can't tell us Justice League story in 2 hours. Go back there.
Impossible, yeah.
I think it's found in IBM. If someone in the chat could find that for me, a fan asked Zack Snyder, is his Justice League 170 minutes? As we know, 170 minutes is about close to 3 hours. Okay. So Zach, to me, I took that as, oh, he's telling us his movie's 3 hours. So when I saw the movie that was 2 hours, I already knew something was up. Because Zach already told me that his movie was close to 3 hours and now it's totally butchered down to 2 hours. I knew something was up. It's still there. It was in October. I want to say October of 2017, the month before Justice League was released. Okay, it's all in there. Now, the first person to say that there's a Snyder cut, love her or hate her. Okay. No, she's the one that started it. The first person, the first person that was to say was Grace Randolph. Now, when it comes to the Snyder cut, I'm not talking about no other things, no others. Talking about just the Snyder cut alone. She's batting 1,000. Everything that she has said from the Snyder cut from 2017 to now has been 100% correct. How do I know? Look at her tweets. Everything that she said. And again, guys, I'm not talking about Wonder Woman being a fast point. I'm not talking about that scoop. I'm just strictly talking about the Snyder cut. She's been 100% correct. Okay? To the point that, don't you notice that Zack Snyder's giving her interviews?
So you believe the scoop that there were some sort of conversations with Ryan Reynolds about Green Lantern?
Do not, okay.
Because that's no. Listen to me. I do believe almost. I mean, not almost. Like a lot of things that Grace says.
She's a fan.
And I admire her actually because of her. I don't know. She made good content, but that's the one thing that I don't believe. But a month ago, I read from another person, and I did forgot this who this person was. It was a big scooper, said that there were conversations and there were like the intention, but nothing happened because of I don't know why.
Okay,
so you believe that, or what do you know about that?
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you, me personally.
Yeah.
Again,
What
guys,
do you think?
Okay, guys. She asked me a question.
I didn't believe that, but I don't know.
I know. Okay, this is what I heard from my person. I'm not scooping anymore, but you asked me a question. But before you answer that, Chubby, you was there. I called everything. When they say Henry Cavill stepped down, I asked my guy, and I was told no, he didn't step down. I said Ben wasn't finished either. But the prelude, okay, because I don't want people to think that I said that Ben was never leaving. I said Ben will only come back if under Zach's direction. Okay, and I made that very clear back in 2018. Thank you, Integrity. You've been there for me. All these people have been there for me. I want you guys to see it because I don't want you to say because I just say things just to make up. And sometimes you don't even need a scoop. You just need common sense. Which some of these bloggers don't have. But this is what I heard. I think the whole thing started in June. That's the whole thing started. I think around June. When I first heard. And I'm gonna say his name is John Garza. When I first saw the tweet that Ryan Reynolds is coming back as Green Lantern, I went to my guy and say, "Hey, this guy's crazy. This guy's making up things." About 2 days later, my guy came back to me and says, "Actually, there's rumblings in the street that he is Green Lantern." And then I asked about Sam Benjamin, and I got proof. I got receipts. I got DM. So I don't want people to think that I'm just saying this now. It's on my DM 2 or 3 months ago. Okay, I was told that he was not Green Lantern.
He just confirmed like 2 days ago.
Actually, Zach confirmed it. But
people don't believe Zach apparently.
But, okay, to be fair, there are many directors and many
Yeah, I
actors
know.
that,
I
that
know.
have lied. So I do want to say that there are many actors that said that that have told white lies because they don't want to give away the movie, and I'm okay
Mhm.
with that. It's
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. As far as who's Green Lantern now, I honestly I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't even know if there's a Green Lantern in the movie. But I'm just going back in June. The hot rumor was that Ryan Reynolds was the Green Lantern, that he wanted to play Green Lantern, that they was trying to find a way, but unfortunately they could not. They could not come to terms. Now it could be a smoke. It could be Sam Benjamin. It
Mhm.
could be Ryan Reynolds. How's this? You know what I tell everybody? Want to be something that is neither Sam Benjamin or Ryan Reynolds or somebody else? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. So I stopped scooping anymore because people take it too seriously. Now
Exactly.
I could talk about my show, and this is the fun part of having shows that we could talk about rumors. I know Zack Snyder told Chris Wong he likes those kind of stuff because it keeps everybody proactive.
Talking. Hmm.
Right, talking. But I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, okay. Here's something crazy. You guys want to hear something crazy? This is something crazy. It's gonna blow your mind. This is a conspiracy of mine. What if the Sasha Kaye casting, that video was done 3 or 4 months ago, and they decided to put it in now? What if
I said that in Sales video like 2 days ago, 3 days ago in his streaming. I said exactly that.
you said that? Okay, so
Yep.
it could be Sasha Kaye's Supergirl, or it could be another Supergirl. We don't know. We don't know.
Or maybe
So
Sam Benjamin is Dick Grayson. I don't know. I don't know.
uh, remember Grace.
We
Okay,
don't
here's
need
Everything
one.
to.
is
Here's
I
everything
don't
is
want to know
possible at
until
this
the movie's
point.
out.
With
look.
Zach, everything is possible at this
Everything,
point.
Zach, everything. So Chubby says, I remember Grace saying she saw Zach's jail footage in 2017. She said she has something leading somewhere she will be interested in seeing one day. Yes, that's the first time that I knew that. Well, actually, no.
Mm.
Grace confirmed what I was already suspicious of when Zach told everybody in October that his movie was 170 minutes. Chubby, if you could find me, if you could find me, I think is ICM or IDM, or when he had that argument with John Berg. I'm telling you, he told it was 170 minutes. That was the close to 214 cut. So when they reduced it to 2 hours, I already knew that something was already up. I already knew. So Zach confirmed it. Then Fiona put the icing on the cake. She put the icing on the cake when Fiona
Yeah,
said, "Go ahead."
what I didn't understand at that point, it was like, if I do remember when Zach uh made the announcement that the movie was finished. Made the
That was
announcement like,
16.
oh, this is the last day of shooting or something like that. And
Yeah.
then I didn't but in my mind, when they brought like Joss Whedon to make the rituals, and that's where like I was like, okay, what's going on, but then I forgot about that, right? And then I started to see all the movement, of the release, the Snyder Cut, and then I knew that something is up, and I have been following Grace since a lot of years now, and I do remember that she was always speaking about this. So
And integrity, yeah, you're right. Not every scoop was 100% right. That's true. But when it comes
mhm,
to Snyder Cut, she's fighting 1,000. She has not been wrong on the Snyder Cut. Again, I'm only talking on the Snyder Cut. And for those people, that if you guys want to check out my scoop, when they asked me about Henry Cavill and Shazam, I was told that it wasn't him. I turned out to be right. I was told that this is back in 2000, also at the end of 2018, that Jason Momoa was going to fight for the Snyder Cut. That's what my person told me. Jason Momoa started fighting for the Snyder Cut. So I've gotten a lot right. I gotten a couple of wrongs, but I just stopped scooping. So now I'm doing this for fun, doing shows and get to meet the wonderful fans, get to meet wonderful guests. So, but it's very interesting how everything comes in full circle. And this is what I'm telling everybody, that the same people in Brunton Gonzalez that said that the Snyder Cut is a pipe dream, Remember that? That it was a
Yeah.
pipe dream. All these scoopers that said no Snyder Cut did not exist. You're not gonna tell me that Ben Affleck is one and done. I don't want to hear from you guys. I don't want to hear from you guys
It,
because
it, it,
you guys, if they said go ahead create Justice League 2 and 3, why would Zack Snyder take another Batman that is not his?
mhm.
Okay, and the same thing, guys. If you wanna see Ray Fisher, I mean, I want to see Ray Fisher back at Cyborg. You guys want to see Ray Fisher back at
Of
Cyborg?
course, of
Okay,
course.
Of course.
I'm gonna tell you what my person tell me. Okay, forget about the Flash. I understand. Yes, Ray Fisher was taken down of the Flash. That was wrong.
Mhm.
But you know how we could put him back there? You want to know how?
The Snyder Cut.
Bingo. Why?
We need to make this big. Yeah, I
Okay, but
know.
why?
Because he was in the script already, and the movie's going to start shooting soon. It's easy to
No, no, no.
put
He's
him back
talking
again.
about. You're talking about how can we get more cyborg, not in the Flash, but just more cyborg, right?
No, don't
No,
close.
no,
Don't close the door on the Flash. Don't close
Ah,
the
okay,
door.
okay. More
Okay, don't
for the
close the.
Flash.
Okay, yeah, but
Okay.
even let's just say that he's not in the Flash.
Mhm.
We want to see Ray Fisher back as Cyborg.
In the Flash.
It could be in a Flash or it could be another movie. It could be
Okay.
both. But we want
Okay.
Cyborg back. The way
Yeah.
we do it is making the Snyder Cut the biggest hit there is. Why? Because Zack Snyder said that Cyborg is the heart of Justice
Exactly.
League.
Mhm.
Ray Fisher is the heart of Justice League. Zack Snyder already said that. That's how we make our point. Joe, I'm gonna ask you a question. If the studio told Zack Snyder go ahead and make Justice League 2, and that dummy Walter Hamada says you can't bring back Ray Fisher, what do you think Zack Snyder is gonna do?
You can't.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He can't.
He's
he
not gonna
can't, right?
do it.
What do you think Zack Snyder is gonna
He's
do?
not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
I
He
don't
needs to.
Bingo!
think so.
Yeah,
Bing! No, he won't
Yeah.
do it. He's
he
gonna
won't do
tell the
it.
studio. He's
Yeah.
gonna tell the studio. You want me to
Fuck
make a
you.
Justice League 2 or 3? I want all
You
my
know,
people back.
I have a theory that remember guys that I told you like a month ago or 2 months ago. Remember that I told you that I have a theory like maybe I don't know why I thought about this. Maybe the studio is telling Zack, okay, we're gonna give you the shot of making another Justice League movie and to continue this, but without Ray Fisher. And maybe what's going on right now is that Zack is fighting for that because I don't know why I was thinking about that. I think it was because de los últimos 2 meses he estado traumada por la manera como Warner ha manejado ¿cómo es? El mercadeo y la distribución de la película y la manera como yo he sentido a Zack en las entrevistas. Y entonces yo pensaba en mi mente, bueno, ¿será que este tipo está peleando con esta gente? Porque seguro que
Yes.
me imagino que le quieren dar algo, pero él no quiere hacer nada sin Cyborg. So, I
No,
don't know.
he will not do a Justice League 2 or 3 without his people, including Ray Fisher. He won't do it. He's not.
Including Batfleck also because he cannot
Even,
do it without Batfleck.
yeah. Well, I mean, they did the 4 minute additional scene, so that already tells us that he's gonna bring Ben Affleck back. But this is how we bring Ray Fisher back. This is how we make folks. We protest. We protest by subscribing, keeping HBO. I know it's a sore spot for you guys.
Yeah, but Luis, let me ask you something. In
Go ahead.
now because we are talking about this, and because I do want this to be big. How and what do you think about this? How do we convince? Because yeah, we are all in this. The
Mhm.
fandom is in this. Everybody is excited. I feel very, very happy because a month ago, people in Panama, I am the only YouTuber in Panama that is talking about this, and I am not even. I don't have even like 10,000 subscribers in my channel. But since Zack Snyder released that photo of Joker, people that didn't has any interest in this was starting to call me and like, hey, tell me what's going on, So I know that people are getting se están interesando, but how do we do or how are we going to get the other people that we need, because we need those numbers also. It's not only about us. I think we need general audience also to fall in love with this. You know what
No,
I
it,
mean?
no, it's not. It's not. Okay,
What do you think
so
about that? Or maybe
okay,
I'm mistaken.
you wanting the studios don't look at if people like it or not as much as
Money. Yeah, that's what I'm
money,
telling you.
money.
The-
So people. Okay, for example, we're gonna have a lot of Zack Snyder haters who's gonna watch the Snyder cut. They're gonna watch it
but that
because
will bring money. That will bring money. That's
exactly
fine by
that's
me.
exactly. So I'm gonna pose all you ladies a question, okay? And again, this is common sense, like integrity says. I'm gonna start with Joe. Joe, do you think a company would invest? Let's be conservative here. $70 million on a Snyder cut if they was not gonna make a Justice League 2 or 3?
No, they won't. They
You
won't
said
do that.
no, okay. Celia, you say no, right? Paula, what do you say? You say yes or no?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think so. And also I don't think that a movie that is coming out, it's already there. Why do Zack has the need to market it? The movie's there. The movie's coming, and if there's no sequel,
Yeah, he's doing the
and if
marketing for
it's
start
done,
for the other reason.
if the
For
Snyderverse is dead, why marketing it?
Mhm,
What do we care, or what does he care, or what does anybody care
exactly.
if the movie is successful? Doesn't matter. We got it. So why market it? Why are
Uh,
we trending? Why is he having earlier screenings for critics? Why the IGN Fest next Saturday? What the point? What's the point? If the Snyderverse is dead, if there's no going further the Zack Snyder Justice League, there's no point.
yeah, Yara, do you
Well,
think?
you know what? I try always to keep my expectation low, because these motherfuckers, like, they do whatever they want to do, and I don't know why they hate Zack Snyder. If you ask me, I would love that everything to be restored, and that Zack Snyder can not direct every single DC movie, but try to supervise the whole universe. But I know that $70 million is a lot of money, but I do know that obviously van a hacer Liga de la Justicia 2 y Liga de la Justicia 3 en algún momento dado. Lo que no estoy segura es que si van a hacerlo con Zack Snyder, y si Zack Snyder va a querer trabajar con un estudio que le ha puesto tanto problema. Ahora,
Uh,
wait. I do think that what you're saying, that I do think that if this is a big hit, they will do it, and they will give free road to him. That's the key. That's what
Carta
I think.
Blanca.
That's what
we
exactly.
folks, we need to make the Snyder cut very, very successful. And it's not only me saying it. You got Grace Randolph saying it. I had Eric Davis on my show. He said it. You have people who's connected with the studios that are saying
Mhm.
that if the Snyder, there is no way a company is going to invest $70 million on a project that is one and done. It doesn't make smart. It does not make business sense. Doesn't make business sense. Now, if it bombs, they'll eat it up. But if it makes, and when I make money, they're gonna make Justice League 2, 3. That's how we bring back Ray Fisher. This is what I was trying to tell people. Yes, what they did was crappy with
What
the Flash. It was
What do
horrible.
you think about these guys over there, like Emery's? Do you think that they want this to like continue, or they hate Zack Snyder, or what do you think? What is your feeling about that?
So, Tommy Emmerich, he, let me put it this way.
He's a business
No,
person,
no, no, no,
no?
no, no, no.
What do you
He
think?
has he has a lot of brown stuff in his nose. If you know what I'm talking about,
Mhm.
okay. He goes with the wind, with the flow.
Okay,
Okay. So if they
that's
tell him to
that's a
be,
good thing, actually.
it could be if they tell him to okay it, he's gonna okay it. Uh, I do think he should be fired because he was there when
Yeah,
the cast.
everybody blames Hamada, but the real enemy is Emmerich, because Emmerich is the
Exactly.
one who gives Hamada the instructions.
Right, and but Hamada was trying to stop the
Exactly,
investigation.
exactly.
Okay, so but the I'm telling people focus on the Snyder Cut. If the Snyder Cut
Yeah,
does well, they're gonna bring back. Hopefully, again, this is guy me, and I don't know nothing. I'm just telling you guys.
you have restored my faith,
Yes, no, just
because I was losing faith and hope, honestly.
listen, all these guys who here will tell you since 2018, I'm the one that be saying, guys, we're winning, keep pushing, We're gonna get the Snyder Cut, we're gonna get the Snyder Cut, we're gonna get the Snyder Cut. Don't give up on Ben Affleck, don't give up on Henry Cavill, don't give up, keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. I'm the one that came saying that, and now and this is what I hate, and this is why I like what Zack Snyder is doing. He's not going to the big bloggers. He's going to small YouTube channels like myself, like other people, to give thanks because we was the one that was pushing this. So I now what do you guys think
Also,
about?
it helps to control the narrative.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. It controls it to help to control. Did you guys like the Supergirl casting? As a
yeah,
Latino, I was like, as a
I love
Latino,
it.
I
I love
was
it.
happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy,
What about
and
you?
I think it goes well with Henry. Actually, I can see her being family of Henry, of course.
Yeah. What about you, Joe? Do you like the casting of Sasha?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Her reaction was so cute. She was so emocionada.
Yeah,
You don't like
Yeah,
it? No, for real. You don't like it?
I like it. I even said that in chat group that she looks like she could be related with Henry Cavill. She had some, on her face, some, I don't know,
Who do you
bone
who do you
structure similar to Henry.
I do
So
I
yeah,
do I do agree with that. Who do you guys think is the surprise? I guess a cameo. Who you got? Who do you guys think? That's the $1 million question.
I hope it's a superhero woman. Enough with men. Please give us more,
Yeah.
more
You
women.
you
So,
you want a Supergirl? You want it to be Supergirl?
I don't care what character, just to be a woman. Please be a woman. That's
A
all I
woman?
care. Yeah.
Supergirl? Okay. And what about you, Paula? Who do you think is the super cameo?
So my money is on a headless Jasam.
And what about you? And what about you, Celia?
We were saying last night a headless Shazam and Harley Quinn backlash backwards. Uh, no, I don't really care who the cameo is. I don't
Yeah.
want
Same.
to think much about it. I want to be surprised. So I don't even want to think about it, but I want to be a surprise. But it will be so cool if it's Sasha. Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah. Really
Yeah,
cool.
that would that be something? What about you, Miss Wayne? I'm gonna call you Miss Wayne. Who do you
thank
who
you.
who do you want the cameo to be?
If it's not Martian Manhunter, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's Green Lantern, and that's like the big surprise, and I don't know, because Green Lantern is not in the movie, is in the movie, is not in the movie, like all this drama around Green
It has
Lantern.
to be in the movie. It's in the hoodie.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Definitely.
I
I,
don't
Uh,
know.
I don't count them because they are in the
Or
hoodie.
maybe, or maybe
Martian
they
Manhunter
already
Green
Definitely
cast,
Lantern.
Supergirl or
or
Green
maybe,
Lantern.
it's like
I
a
wonder.
Robin, and we don't know. We don't expect that. I don't know.
okay, you Batman fans. Okay, you get to choose one.
Hmm.
One. Would
Batgirl.
you would you want to have a Batman versus Joker movie or Batman
Oh
versus
yeah.
Deathstroke or Deathstroke?
Batman versus both
Versus
of them.
both. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
Versus
I want to be a
both.
series
Oh, you want
with
both?
both.
Of
Yes.
As it
course.
before.
Harley Quinn too, please.
Harley Quinn? Okay. Okay.
The three
So
of them will be fucking amazing.
but okay, no, but if you could choose one, no, you only have one to choose, Joker or Deathstroke,
Yeah.
which one would you choose?
It's
Joker.
That's
The
true.
Joker.
To nobody's surprise.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. I
It's a
is this
tough
Joker
question, you know.
alone or with Harley? That's the thing.
And what do you guys think about Amber Heard? Do you guys think she should be in Aquaman 2? Or I mean, what do you guys think?
The thing is, um, Johnny Depp wasn't fired after until there was a jury, well, a judge that said that it
He
wasn't
was guilty.
untrue what the newspaper was saying. So I think it would be only fair that until there's a judge that says she did this or that is not fake that she did this, then she shouldn't be fired. For coherence. Eh, a él le esperaron a que un juez dijera que eso no era mentira porque tienen que despedirla a ella ya.
And what about you, Paula? You
Uh,
guys got some fans. Look at that. You guys
we
got
do,
a lot of
we do.
fans.
Shout out to Val and to Fiamma
Love you.
that she was before
Amamos.
saying hi. Also, JJDG, and he comes to our streams. So thank you for the Sirens fans that are watching us today. Um, I don't have a stand. I really
You
don't
know?
have a stand. I don't have enough information about everything that happened to have an opinion. I know it's an anomaly that a person don't have an opinion without information because we are all experts on everything.
Hmm.
But maybe it's because I'm a woman and I'm wiser. Maybe.
That's good.
So I really I need we have our corresponsal, which is Fiamma, that she's well in the thing with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, and she needs to fill us in and explain us all. So then, with the information, we can have a position. I really don't know what to think. I do know. I do feel that they are both toxic.
Yeah.
They were both to blame in whatever happened to them, and I do agree with Celia when she says that before. And what is innocent until proven guilty, inocente hasta que se demuestre lo contrario. So there should be a juicio, ¿no? Próximamente.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So once that come up, we'll see.
Okay. We're gonna guys. We're gonna wind this down because it's been 2 hours. I know Celia is late up there, and I know you, Bendito. You have to go to bed real soon.
No, but I
Um.
was sleeping earlier, so it's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
She took a
So
nap.
did they figure where you, because I know in South America and Central America, I know it was a big thing on I know Zack Snyder announced that you guys, everyone going to be able to see it. Are
Last
you guys going
Friday.
to see that through HBO Max? How are you guys going to see the Snyder cut?
We don't know
We
yet
have no
because
idea.
the HBO Max comes to Latin America on June.
Yeah.
So we and that was the main issue here because the Snyder Cut was coming to HBO Max and HBO Max was coming in June, so it was like a big to Latin America. So when Zach told
Announced
us
Yeah.
that on
last
Friday.
Friday
Mhm.
the about the
Yeah.
worldwide launch, we are still waiting to know. We do have
Yeah.
HBO Go here, which is the way in Spain. They see it in HBO Spain. We do have HBO Go here, but it wasn't announced yet.
Yeah.
And it also appeared on Google Play and Play Movies. It appeared some time ago. Then it was deleted, and now it is again that as a not available movie, and it doesn't have all the information. but it is there. So there's a chance that they will be available. There, we're still waiting.
Mm.
Yara, what about you? Did they give any information? Because Zach said that everybody will be able to see it. So do you know where
The,
you?
no, I mean, the only thing that they say is that it's gonna be available on the 18th, but they haven't like say exactly where. I every like today, every day I check Apple, like iTunes. I went today to my HBO Go and look for the title. I check everywhere, Amazon to see if I can find it, but we don't know yet. It's supposed to be on the 18th. We are gonna get it, but I
Right.
don't know how. I don't know.
And
I
what
don't
about you,
know.
Joe? You
I
don't know anything?
it's the same for all of us. We're in
Yeah.
Latin America. We don't know yet. So what I do every day is check Google Play
Right.
because
Yeah.
Google Play had the title of the movie. They
Mm.
then they took it out, but then it's in there again, but it says unavailable. So I don't know.
Yes.
We don't know. We have to
What
wait. We have to wait.
what was confirmed was that the release in Mexico was going to be through Cinepolis Click.
Oh
Cinepolis
yeah,
is a
streaming
huge
service.
movie theaters chain.
Okay.
As it has cinemas all over Latin America. I know they are in Argentina
No,
as well.
no,
No,
that
not
doesn't
not
exist
not
here.
Ecuador. No, Ecuador no. So and they have this app and this service which is Cinepolis Click, where you get to buy a ticket through Ticketek, and with that ticket you watch a movie online as
Yeah.
if it was in the cinema. I think Wonder Woman 84 was released that way. I don't know. I didn't know about this service until like last
See,
week.
here's the part that I don't understand. When I went to Ecuador, when the basketball game was playing, I took my tablet with me, and I went to ESPN, and it didn't let me watch it. So I don't understand why is it like it's like that in Latin America countries. I mean, I feel bad for you guys. I mean, it's like um I definitely I honestly, you know what I was gonna do. I was gonna actually I was gonna do something ghetto. What I was gonna do, I was gonna maybe like 4 or 5, have you guys like put it on my TV and you guys watch it through my phone. I mean, I was thinking about I'm like, man, I want these people to watch it. It's like but I don't know how Zach if Zach said is everybody's gonna watch it. I would think you guys should be getting um the information soon. That's what I think. No.
Yeah, I think so
Uh,
too.
the,
We trust
the,
him, so
yes, the whole world is in this situation,
Mm.
yeah.
except for of course United States, Canada, that have it with through Crave, Spain and Portugal, and some Eastern Europe countries.
Hmm.
France, it is to be determined, as well as China and Japan.
Uh-huh.
Australia was confirmed a few days ago, but I'm not sure Africa was confirmed. Neither Middle East, South Asia, and HBO Go as well. But it's not only Latin America. This is what I was trying to say in our last streams in Sirenas. It's not only Latin America. Latin America may be the loudest crowd. It's
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, we loud.
600
We
million,
loud.
600 million people in Latin America. So it's we are a lot.
What do you got?
And also India. I think India was confirmed already.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have
India was confirmed.
the
Yes,
stream,
I think the
but
three is China, Japan, and France. I think is the three that
yes, but
that
what
we're
I
waiting on.
say is India got confirmation of the
Where
streaming
they're gonna
service
watch.
that they
Yeah.
will
Oh,
have.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we are still
We don't
waiting,
know.
but
Would you
Yeah.
guys
we
prefer
are
to watch it
waiting
at home or in the movies?
the rest.
Would you guys prefer to
No,
watch it at home or in the movies?
there's no release expected in Argentina. At least I talked to the movie theaters here in Argentina. They are opening on March 4th. Cinemas here have been closed for almost a year already
Okay.
because of the COVID. So they haven't opened yet, and they are opening on March 4th, and they have Wonder Woman 84. I don't know who the hell wants to watch that, but never
I
mind.
was gonna say that today I received that notification that
Yeah,
here they're gonna open in March 6th and they're gonna have Wonder Woman 81. I don't know
yeah.
what.
Do you guys prefer to watch the Snyder Cut at home or at the excuse me, or at the theaters?
I would love to
And
watch it on the
cinema, of
theaters, but it's
course.
not going to be there.
Cinemas?
Cinema, of course.
I'd like to have
Cinemas has been open here like for a long time
yeah.
now, like
Oh yeah.
5 months. Yeah, if no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to
Okay.
have a theater at
If we
home.
have the possibility, I will go to watch the movie there, but
Yeah.
we don't know nothing yet. We don't know.
There's
It
a
won't
there's a
happen
question
yet.
there's a question for you ladies. Integrity 101 wants to know if you guys liked Wonder Woman 84.
No,
No, we do.
it's worse than Justice League, to my in my
Yeah.
opinion.
What about you,
Go
Yara? Did
watch
you
our
like Wonder
channel.
What? What?
happen?
What?
I you're asking me?
No, I'm asking you because I know Joe
Ah,
said no,
sorry.
she didn't like it. Celia didn't like it. Paula didn't like it. What about you, Yara? Did you like Wonder Woman 84?
I like some part of it, but there are some other parts that I totally hated. So
Like,
Okay.
I enjoyed the movie,
I
but
love the first
overall,
one. I love the first one.
Well, the first one's a classic.
Yeah.
The first one.
The
I
second one, there's some parts that I can
the part that really the part that really gets to me is the part that Steve Trevor comes into his body, and then they show them having, and she's looking at him, but it's not really him. I'm like, I just like
so
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel it. So integrity. So
Uh,
you didn't like it.
it's rape.
Oh,
Totally
you
rape.
okay?
It's
Well, you
weird.
said it. Yeah, it was weird. It's like I'm having a convers. Go ahead, Joe. You want to say something?
And I mean that it's weird because like let's say there's this scene where this guy wants coffee, right? And he gets coffee. Why the coffee didn't like it's not like a pencil or a pen turned into a coffee. Why Steve Trevor had to get someone else's body to be, in that moment? Why just he couldn't just appear? Like that's the weird stuff. Like they don't explain very well how those
I
wishes
agree.
work.
I
So
And,
agree.
it's a mess. To
and
me, it's a
why they
mess. The
don't
movie's
care that they are stealing other person's life? It's not
yeah.
a person that died and was resurrected with Steve's soul. It's someone
I
that has his life,
And
but
yeah.
what
And
I
imagine
taken away.
imagine Bruce Wayne want his parents back, and other people sees this woman, this man, but they're not the Wayne. So Bruce, you're crazy. So yeah, it's weird.
I
It's all
for me, I don't know if maybe I'm weird or something. That
You are.
didn't they didn't I that didn't like I have watched many movies that done that. Like for example, one
yeah,
of
a
one
lot.
of my favorite movies called Meet Joe Black. The guy the 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 devils kills a guy so he can steal the body and then
That
he fall in
kills
love with them. So and I have watched another movies doing that. But I know it's a little bit weird. But what I didn't like about this movie, it was like the action,
him.
Oh,
the
yeah.
the like
Or the lack of action. Okay.
Or the lack of
not only the
yeah.
lack of actions, I mean, like
And
they
the
don't
action was wrong. Like the
Yeah.
mall scene,
they didn't have the
it's
Zack
awful.
Snyder's
The
It's
way
team.
insulting.
Come on, like I don't know,
It's
I
the
agree. No,
insulting.
way
I
That movie is
they were
insulting.
shot, written, yeah, it was bad. It was
yeah,
very
I like the actors. I don't like the script. The script is horrible.
yes, exactly.
I mean, but again, there
Pedro
are some
Pascal
parts
was
that
amazing.
didn't that I did like for example, I will always love you. I will always love you, Diana. That was like very
Yeah, no.
And there were some
but
good
I don't know.
moments.
Yeah.
The Linda Carter cameo
Oh
was the
yeah,
best
that
part.
was
But
Yeah,
that
that was
magnificent.
good.
that was
Not
good.
the
That
character,
was very good. Yeah.
not the character. The story of the character is so lame, and all
Yeah,
the golden armor thing that is unbreakable,
And
and
In the
and it
beginning,
breaks.
I really like the beginning.
Yeah,
I really
no,
like the beginning.
it
I
doesn't
really
work.
like the beginning.
Did you guys like the
The
beginning?
the
I really like the
Olympics,
beginning.
the Olympics in
That's the
But
Themyscira.
only good
it
part of the
wasn't
movie.
what I
That's
was
yeah,
expecting.
that's right.
Okay.
because it's here.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yes,
because it's
that's
Canary
it
that's
was
Island.
why.
Because of
filmed
who?
in Fuerteventura, en mis islas. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I didn't know
so
that.
it's not my island, but it's one of my islands.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's
Well, I
so
didn't
cool.
know. I did not know that. So, guys, I'm gonna talk a little bit because this is. I'm not sure if you guys know. I'm doing this event because of obviously Zack Snyder Justice League, but also for juveniles diabetes. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna explain to you guys why this is so important to me. So, um, last year, as you know, everybody in the whole world was going through what we was going through, COVID, and
yeah,
my oldest daughter, who is tiny, she weighs at the time about 116 pounds. She lost 20 pounds. But we all thought because she was in college, and they say college students, they lose a lot of weight. And then we were at a theme park, and she told me that she was thirsty a lot, and she was going to the bathroom a lot. And I didn't think too much of it because when you're in Florida, the sun gets to you, you're gonna be tired and you're gonna start drinking a lot. Until in March, right after the country shut down, she told me that she was still like she was waking up with her mouth dry, and she was going to the bathroom 12 times a day. And I asked her what color is her urine. And when you drink a lot of water, the urine's supposed to be light. But when she told me it was dark, I told her it wasn't normal. So I told her to go see a doctor. She went to see a doctor, and the news really devastated me because you know we it's like it caught us off guard. So they told her she was type 1, and after she got diagnosed with type 1 in July, all of us got COVID.
Oh,
Me, my wife, my 2 kids. I actually spent 4 days at the hospital.
oh god.
Yeah, I had pneumonia on my both lungs. No, one of my lungs and the other one was growing. So thank God they caught it in time. I even did the DC fandom. When you see my video DC fandom, you're gonna see I'm still coughing. And I still cough sometimes. So so it's something like that people uh
That's
that
the
said they
sweater.
don't, right. But as far as type 1 diabetes, the insulin cost is high. The she used of the medical device called Dexcom. It reads her sugar in advance. It gives a warning. So
Claro.
the reason that this foundation is so important to me is because um this foundation focus on finding a cure. They've come a long way. Back in the 1920s and 30s, when you were type 1, you died.
Yeah.
So now with the advancement, with the studies, with the treatment, the doctor told her she could live a normal life. So I want to ask you girls, something personal. Do you guys know anyone that is diabetic? Do you guys know friends, family? Do anyone have a family member or a friend that you guys know that is diabetic? I'm gonna start with Paula. Do you know anyone who's type 1, or forget type
Uh,
1, but just
not
diabetic?
not type 1, but my grandmother was diabetic type 2,
Uh-huh.
and I have what is called some doctors call it 2.5, diabetic 2.5, which is
Oh yeah.
insulinoresistencia. It is called.
Okay.
It is when the pancreas generates more insulin than it should.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and that causes overweight. I have a history of overweight, um, because due to several things. But and that what happens is the pancreas generates more insulin, so your body processes the food in a way as if you ate more than what you eat. So you
Okay.
may not eat, and still the body generates insulin. And then what happens is that the pancreas is like it shuts down, because after working like overtime, generating insulin all day long, every day, and then you develop other kind of diabetes. I have it under control by dieting. Actually, I don't eat
Okay.
carbohydrates, so
Okay.
that's how I handle it.
And you, Yaro, do you know anyone that is type 1 or even have diabetes?
Um, Not really. I think somebody in my family. I'm not sure. I no. I don't. But like very close to me, I don't have anybody that
Well, thank
has
God, right?
diabetes.
Yeah, thank
Thank
God.
God. Exactly.
Yeah, thank God. And Celia, do you know anyone that has type
Yes.
1? Who?
I know one of my students. I used to be a profesora particular. One of my students was type 1, but
Wow.
her life was completely normal. She has like a insulin bomb. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So yes.
And I remember that we were in the middle of a class, and she had to put insulin in, and she was, "Oh, you are not complaining about the smell." Uh, um, it smells funny, but you have to pinchar. You have to pinchar and I'm going to be the one complaining.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, most people complain about the smell, but well, my parents both are type 2 diabetic, so it's in my
Okay.
genes."
Wow.
Uh, but the thing that you said, insulin is very expensive.
Yes.
Actually, it doesn't have to be, because here, I think my father pays like 15 or 17 euros a month at maximum for all his medicine, and that's
Wow.
all.
So,
And
That's
he
wow.
has
more
to
expensive.
use uh, various kinds of insulin. So it's not fair that it's expensive. Uh,
Mm.
It shouldn't be expensive.
No, not.
Healthcare should be free worldwide, but health
Yeah,
is a business, and they want money,
yeah.
and
But
that's where we are.
but
It shouldn't be.
in my case, I'm going to say this. Well, in my case, it's the whole country who buys to the pharmaceutics. So it's going to be cheaper to buy those products, and it's going to be cheaper for us to buy those products.
Mm.
Uh, and the government is going to subsidize people that have that illness. Uh, right now, to my student, the problem will be that her organs may be get damaged from from diabetes. It might be that isn't comfortable to be having to check all day her sugar levels and that. But it's not about money. That problem is not a problem they have.
Wow.
You don't have to add that kind of problem to an illness,
Mm.
uh, because your health system is not good.
Right. And Joe, do you know anyone that's type 1 or diabetic? Do you know anyone?
My mother-in-law, she has diabetes. I'm not sure what type. I probably the type 2 by the
Mm.
symptoms. My father has also diabetes, but we don't talk to each other, so I have no idea
You have
which
no
type.
idea?
Yeah, no. I just know that he has the disease, but
Okay.
we don't talk. So,
Yeah. I know this movement is big on the Suicide Foundation. That has a special place in my heart because I'm a suicide survivor. At the age of 19, around autumn age, I tried to, commit suicide, but by the grace of God, He gave me another opportunity. So I'm making the best of it. So we always want to support that foundation. I always tell people, so support that foundation. It's a good cause. But I'm just asking everyone, just if you just can, if you just could just mention my the foundation, the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. It's just it because we all know somebody that is diabetic, and it's unfortunate. Like we all were talking about that. It should be made affordable. A person shouldn't have to be stressed. I need my insulin. Can I afford it for this month? Or I need to skip. Giving myself a shot. Because I can't afford it. It shouldn't be that way. So this
Yeah.
is why I'm doing this, just to raise awareness. And there's a lot of warning signs, especially with young kids. So I encourage everyone who's watching to please watch my video, the first one. You learn a lot. I mean, I learned a lot. So Paula, Yara, Celia, and Joe, I want to thank you so much. You guys taking 2 hours out of your time to come talk to me about the Snyder Cut, and about Justice League, and about everything. It's so refreshing when we just could sit down and talk and have a good debate, agree to disagree, and still act normal. Unfortunately, Twitter's not like that. You know,
Romantic.
yeah,
Twitter is a war zone.
yeah, it's a war zone. It's okay, and like I told people, it's okay to have a different opinion than Paula or Yara or Joe or Celia. It's okay. It's okay. We can have different opinions. It's okay. The thing is, hear each other out, listen to each other, respect each other, and at the end of the day, still be friends. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You are
Yeah.
definitely
These
right.
Yeah.
are just movies, not real life.
Exactly.
Exactly. Real life is what my kid is going through. Real life is the stress
Hmm.
that I'm going through.
That's
People are dying out there right
like
now.
we at
The
Cyrus we don't
pandemic. We
always
don't know what
agree.
yeah.
Like at Cyrus we don't always agree, but we don't fight for that. Like we can,
It's
say things, but like we don't hate each other. Why?
Oh yeah, listen. I told people, say los Latinos is like when you see us screaming at each other, we're not really screaming. We're just talking.
Exactly.
They look
we
at
are
us.
like
"Yeah,
that,
está
yeah.
peleando, ellos están peleando." I said, "No, this is our normal talk. When we
Yeah.
scream, it's just our normal talk." And then they look at us like they call it crazy. Man, you guys are screaming at each other and you guys are laughing at each other. I said, "You just don't understand how Latino are, man."
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit of
So
familia peluche
there you
happening.
go, guys. Let me know. So if you guys can just just if you just could talk about the juvenile diabetes, it means a lot to me. Let me know as far as when you guys first know when you the notification where you guys gonna see the Snyder Cut.
Okay.
Please let me know. I don't want this. I don't want this to be the last thing. I want to have a show after, so we get to talk about the Snyder Cut, what we saw. How's that?
Okay,
That's
Perfect.
gonna
perfect.
Yeah.
be,
That would be
yeah, that's gonna be
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
And if you guys need me to come on your show, Yara, you say you own you have your own YouTube channel. You have your
Yeah, I have my own YouTube channel also.
Paula, do you have one too?
No, no, no. I only work
No,
with
Celia, you have
Siren.
one.
Yeah.
Joe, you have one.
No,
No, I know
no,
for some
I'm not
reason,
that invested.
Joe, you are getting a lot of love out there. You people want you to open your own YouTube channel. Are you gonna do? Are you thinking
But
about
she
it?
Yeah,
hates YouTubers, so
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Not all of
the
us is
thing is
bad.
that I'm not.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Not all of them are bad, but the ones that I used to watch then just start repeating each other the same. And in Spanish, it was the people repeating the same things people said in English. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, be angry or my mood be changed by these people. So I stopped watching
Okay.
YouTubers. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I'm not that invested. I mean, I understand people that loves and care more, and I'm not that with anything, so I'm not that
Okay.
invested in this.
It's a
That's
lot
why I
of
Okay.
don't
work,
have a
actually.
YouTube
A
channel.
lot of work.
Well, guys, you have it. And I'm pretty sure if they ever make a Gotham movie, I know you guys gonna be all over it. So,
Yes.
Sure.
yeah. All right. Well, Polo, Yara, Celia, Joe, thank you mucho gracias a ustedes.
Gracias por
Thank
invitarnos.
you for joining me. I really,
Thank
I
you for
really,
having
I
us.
really appreciate it. And I survived. So many people gave me some warning. Yeah, you see, you guys didn't kill me. I didn't know what to expect.
Why?
Huh?
Why? We're
Who warned you
peaceful
what?
people.
Well, the two people, honestly, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, the two people I was kind of intimidating is because the way how you guys are strong is Yara and you, Joe. You guys are like you guys go strong on your tweet. You guys go strong. I'm like,
I
oh
don't.
my god, Paula, you're more nicer, Paula. You're more nicer. Trust me, you're more nicer.
Don't buy
Celia,
that. Don't buy
huh?
that.
I didn't say she was. I didn't say that. I just said that she, when it compares to both of you, she's a little bit more nicer because you guys, woo, like you don't care. Like you tell like it is. Look at that. Look
We
at
are,
that.
we are tough. We are
Look at
tough.
that. He said you guys are lovers, not
We can
fighters.
be both. We can be both.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, muchas gracias. Okay.
Okay.
Friends, thank
Bye.
you
Okay.
for
Bye
having
bye.
us.
Bye
Gracias
Take
bye.
a
care.
ti.
Bye.
Bye bye. Woo, that was a great show, guys. Awesome, 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 awesome. Ladies were awesome. They brought it, and I was so happy to have them. Um, so real enjoyable. All every single one of them. And I'm glad I invited them, and I definitely want to have them on again. So I appreciate all of them that came on, from Paula to Yara to Celia to Joe. Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. This Saturday, guys, it's gonna be a little bit emotional, guys. This Saturday because I'm gonna have a cat on the program. I'm gonna have Ali, and I'm gonna have a guest named Julie Whiteley. She's gonna tell her story. She's actually a rape victim who she's gonna share her story. And I told her she has the platform. You may ask, why am I doing this? It's because the Snyder Cut is about a community that has gotten together. She I spoke to her today actually. She said she felt the love and she felt the strength. So I want to give her a platform for her to tell her story. She's a Wonder Woman, and I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going through or went through what she went through, or maybe going through what she's going what she went through. So it's gonna be very emotional. So I want to invite you guys to join us on on Saturday at 7 p.m. It's gonna be emotional, guys. If you could please, if it's $5 or even $10, please just make a donation. The link is on my the description button underneath the video. Click on there. Just make any donation as you can. A Happy Meal. Happy Meal is about $4. For or a Big Mac meal is like $7. It doesn't hurt for you to give one up. The money doesn't go to me; it goes 100% to the foundation, the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. It goes to them. I don't keep a penny. I don't keep a penny, so everything goes to them. So it's really important to me. So don't be ashamed if it's $2, $3. Something is something. Like I was saying, stating the other day that if there's about 20 million people here in Florida. If every person gave $1, times that by 20 million, that's 20 million. Don't look at the amount. So whatever you can, I greatly appreciate it. So guys, tune in this Saturday at 7 p.m. Ali Brooks will be joining us. Kat will be joining us, and Julie Whitney's going to be joining us. And then next week, I'm going to have a full show for next week as well. I know I advertised Fabian Wagner for Sunday, but he actually got called into a project. So which I'm trying to interview him so I could play it. So bear with me, guys. So I'll let you know about Sunday show. Okay. But in any event, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please, if you can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. I greatly appreciate it. Turn on your notification button. I also greatly appreciate it. Again, this is Louis. See you Saturday.